guys, welcome to another from my collection video. Today I'm going to be talking about some of my absolute ride or die holy grail foundations. So when it comes to foundation, I am sort of the connoisseur in a sense of I like to try new foundations, but there's those ones that regardless of however many I try, I always go back to. Now I am of combination skin. I have an oily T-zone and normal to dry everywhere else. So my personal preference when it comes to foundations are serums. I find them to be the most successful with my skin in a sense of it gives me coverage, yet it's light and breathable. So I'm going to start off with my number one, forever and always, love the Dior Nude Air. This is a serum foundation and boy is it amazing. Usually in Dior foundation I'm the shade number 40 to 41 and that has always been a perfect match for me. But in the Nude Air collection, this is 40 and the next shade, this is 50. As you can see, the 50 is a little red, but this one is the perfect undertone. So what I like to do is I like to do 2 parts 40, 1 part 50. I get the most perfect finish for me. Alright, so now for the details. The DiorSkin Nude Air Serum Foundation has an SPF of 25. This is an ultra fluid serum foundation, so you can just imagine how light and as air as it may feel. It gives sheer coverage and a natural, healthy glow finish to the skin. This is the foundation that I'm wearing today and wear a lot. Now as far as product design and functionality, this product does come in a glass bottle containing 1 fluid ounce of product. I do personally like the dropper applicator. I have no issues with it. As far as the color range, it's not that good. I'm just gonna say it. But I was willing to work with the product because it's so good. I just wish the shade range was a little bit better because this is 40 and this is 50 and that's kind of like a big spike. I am like the 45, I guess. And I'm sure a lot of us are in between there. But as far as the shade range, it's not that good. The coverage of this is sheer and the finish is a healthy glow. Now as far as wear time with this foundation, I have worn it a full day, over 12-13 hours, and it stayed in place. It did not separate anywhere. I, like normal, I had to blot in the T-zone, but other than that, it wears very, very well. The next favorite is my Tom Ford Traceless Perfecting Foundation. I love this foundation. You can tell. This foundation is a natural finish, long wearing, humidity resistant foundation that evens the skin tone and hydrates. This also contains an SPF of 15. When I heard humidity resistant, I was like, give it to me. Because in Florida it is so muggy and hot during the summer. I just was like, okay, let's see what this is all about. And it wears well. It wears well outside in the sun when it's hot. Here. Yeah. Let's talk about product design and functionality. This comes in a plastic bottle. I do think the packaging is pretty cool, although the first time I got it I couldn't figure out what to do with it because I was trying to pop it off. It's actually a twist up and you have the little pump that comes up at the top. But I like it. It is functional. It is practical. It works for me. I like that part about it. It's different, you know? As far as the color selection with this line, it's really good. We're talking fairest to darkest, neutral to cool, warm undertones. He did a great job with this foundation. I am very, very impressed with the shade range. As far as coverage and finish, it's a medium to buildable coverage. And I want to say it's a very natural satin kind of finish. It's not matte. You don't look flat. You're not overly glowy. It just looks natural, like that lit from within kind of glow, not over the top, if I'm explaining that right. As far as wear time, this is a true long wearing foundation. I've worn this plenty on 12 to 14 hour days. and it's hung in there with me. I mean, no separation, no issues there. My next favorite will be no surprise. It's more of a newer foundation for me. This is the Nars Velvet Matte Skin Tint. This has an SPF of 30. This is described as the new formula that protects, perfects your complexion. It's a soft matte finish, it's oil-free, and it lasts all day. This is a really great foundation. It's not a skin tint. I don't even know why they call it a skin tint, but it's so far from that. This is a full-on foundation. And this is perfect for the summer. I really like that it has a high SPF in it, and it's an easy wearing foundation. Product design and functionality. It comes in a tube that you just open up and squeeze out. It is a little messy, as you can see, but it's functional, it's practical. Color selection. We're talking Nars, so you know they've got you covered. As far as the coverage of this foundation, I want to say it's a medium to full. It's definitely buildable if you have like an area of concern. For me, like if I have a breakout and it kind of left a little scar, I can build up in that area and it looks beautiful. I've had no issues with there. So when it comes to the coverage, it's good stuff. Now, as far as wear time, this is another long wearing foundation. The only thing with this that I have noticed is for some reason it's so strange. Around the eyebrows, like right here in the beginning of my eyebrow, towards like the 9-10 hour mark, I notice it starts to get weird right there. It starts to separate. Now, yes, I am a little oily in that area, but my nose is oily too and it doesn't separate there. So I don't know, maybe it's just me, but that's the only thing that I've had an issue with as far as like the wear and stuff like that. Now the finish on this is a soft matte. It looks beautiful on the skin. It looks very natural, very, very, very beautiful. You guys know how much I love this foundation. This is the Marc Jacobs Full Coverage Foundation Concentrate. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. It's got a long, crazy name. I'm not sure if this has SPF in it. If it does, I'll list it in the description box along with my shades and all that stuff. More details down below. Now this foundation is described as an ultra lightweight, oil-free foundation concentrate. This foundation contains 2 times the amount of pigment a normal foundation would, so that is why it's called a concentrate, because it is some strong, potent stuff. A dab is all you need. I'm so serious. And when I wear this foundation, I do not need concealer. It is full-blown, full coverage. Let's talk about product design and functionality. Glass bottle. It has a top that you pull off, and then you have this little daughter looking thing. Not the biggest fan of that. I wish it was either a dropper or a pump. The color selection in this is, I want to say, okay. And the reason I say that is because when it comes to the light, medium shades, it's really great, but when it starts to get dark, it reminds me of this situation. This is what happens. You get this shade, which is number light 52, and then it goes to like 80. So it's similar to this kind of situation where it skips like a whole range of folk. But nonetheless, I hope he's working on that, because Marc Jacobs has always personally for me catered and given me options, and I've been able to use his products without having to mix anything. Now when it comes to the coverage, this is some serious coverage. We're talking full-blown, full coverage, beat, snatched, done, okay? Serious, serious, serious stuff. And the claim of 24-hour wear, I can't say. I have not worn this foundation for 24 hours. The most I've worn it was maybe 14, 15, maybe 16 pushing it. It does last really well. I do get my oil breakthrough in the T-zone. Very normal. It happens. There's nothing you can do about it. You blot, you move on. I've had no separation issues. Good stuff. Next I have this Givenchy Tint Couture Balm. This is a blurring skin perfector. This is more on the BB spectrum of things. This foundation is described as an ultra lightweight skin fusion foundation for flawless bare skin effects. It contains an antioxidant complex with vitamin E and jasmine flower that protects and revitalizes the skin. I love when a product that I'm going to have on my face for a really long time contains skincare benefits. Like, yes please. So, this foundation contains an SPF of 15. Let's talk about product design and functionality. This comes in a tube that you twist. It's a little messy, but whatever, it's okay. Color selection for the Givenchy line is okay. I do have the darkest shade and it's not that dark. That's the only thing. It doesn't go darker than this. So if you're darker than me, I'm sorry. Now the claims for the wear time on this is 12 hours. I've found that to be true in some instances. In the sense of if it's really, really hot and I'm out all day, I'm going to start to get it to break up just a little bit just because I have an oily T-zone. But overall, I do agree that it does have a long-lasting wear time. 12 hours. Yeah. It is infused with light reflecting diamond powder, so it really gives that beautiful glow to the skin, but not too much. Just right. That concludes my most loved and used foundations. I'm sure within the next 6 months there'll be more. I mean, I do have other foundations that I love too, but these are just the ones that I really go hard with. So if you have any favorite foundations that you want to share with me, definitely list them down below. I'd love to check them out. I'm always in the market to try something new. Did you know that? Thanks for letting me share these with you guys. Stay beautiful. I'll see you again soon. Bye.